Alrighty guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys my rewatch series of My Hero Academia Episode 3. Just as a quick reminder, in case you didn't watch the previous two videos, the rewatch series is not a blind reaction of me, it's not a reaction at all. Well, in a way it's a reaction, but it's not a blind reaction. I've seen these episodes before, I've seen reactions of people doing it, so it's still somewhat fresh in my mind, but I wanted to kind of talk about the episodes as they go through, as kind of like have the episode be running and have a discussion alongside of it. And then also keep in mind it is a full-length version, timer-based, which means you need to have your own footage ready to watch along with me. Just, wherever you can watch that. Hulu, I believe, has it. VRV or Crunchyroll might have it, one of those two. I don't use those, so but yeah, just get your own copy somehow and sync it up with the timer that will be in this corner when things get going. And yeah, so this is kind of I'm gonna do a quick rundown again of the rewatch series. Sorry for repetitive, you can skip forward a few until you see the timer or whatever if you don't want to hear it, but real quick, the rewatch series is just kind of something I'm doing to get the episodes out, to talk about them, so you guys can get a feel of how I feel about the episodes, and the show in general. It is aimed to get me caught up with what I haven't seen yet, so that way it's not as awkward jumping into where I left off on My Hero before I started doing reactions, because unfortunately I'm a fairly new reactor, so I had seen halfway through Season 3 by the time I even started doing reactions. As soon as I started doing reactions, I stopped watching. So once we get halfway through Season 3, this will be shifting to a blind reaction. And I'll probably be doing a lot, any specials or movies I'll probably be doing for My Hero, which will be pretty cool. The movies will probably be full-length reactions, timer-based, free up on YouTube for you guys, since they're way too long to try to edit for these things. But yeah, so sorry about that. That's all I want to say about that. I just want to get it out there real quick. Also, in case you're new, my camera angle is a little weird. I look this way when my camera is that way. My monitor is out being fixed. Just want to let you guys know that. Hopefully it'll be back within a week. I'm gonna contact them soon, because the shipping thing says they've gotten it, but they haven't contacted me about it at all, saying that they've received it. So I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm probably going to contact them, like, Monday, because I don't think they're open tomorrow to contact, since tomorrow's Sunday for me. Not for you guys. It's probably Wednesday. Anyway, or it's probably Wednesday when I release these. You could be watching a year from now. Hi, future. I'm sorry. Okay, we're done. We're gonna get into the episode. So, yeah, let's get into episode 3. We are gonna start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. Is this the, oh, okay. I think I kind of remember what this episode's about. Oh, the number one hero. Also, I'm watching this in subtitled. I don't think it matters, since it's full length. Technically, you could watch it whichever one you want. But in case you want to know, like, why my interpretation of some things they say, if I repeat it out loud, is different than what you hear, it's because I am watching it subtitled, not dubbed. Just so you know. Yep, you can be hero too, buddy. You got this. God, this show is so, like, uplifting and motivating, even though the main character cries so much. It's weird to say that, but I love his crying. I love that he's not, like, the stereotypical, like, shonen protagonist, I guess. At least in my eyes, he's not a stereotypical one. Huh? Also, sorry, I'm gonna try to talk down a little bit. I keep forgetting. When these shows get going, I kind of get excited talking about them, and my voice raises up a bit. I noticed that in my last reaction, I was kind of yelling a bit, and I think it's because my soundproof headphones makes it hard to hear myself when I have the shows going. So sorry about that in the previous episodes, and I think I did it in the start here. I feel like I was just talking like really loud, so I'm gonna try to adjust that. My bad. Although if I get too excited, I can't make any promises. Oh, I love that shot of them like swapping like that and getting older and stuff. Yup. He can hand his power down to you, buddy. So crazy with his like blood and stuff coming out all the time. That face reminds me of like a different animation style when he does that. Oh my god, my throat. Sorry about that. Yeah. Definitely has reminiscent of the Avatar state in a sense. Or the Avatar. I wonder if he gets some of his inspiration from that. Mutter, 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 mutter. Nonsense! One for all. Such a cool premise. Knowing, like, the other guy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to... I also wonder how that cultivate and pass on works. In a sense. I want to know more. More about this power. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to talk too much about the future, even though I know the future of this show. I might make some comparisons a little bit as we go, but yeah, just genuinely wanted to save someone regardless of power. Wonderful thing, and could get him killed, but that's Midoriya for you. I also love that he says yes right away. Because I feel like in a lot of shows when they say that kind of thing, like there's no reason for me to say no. Why would I say no? They actually do end up saying no. And that's one of the things that like gets me, but he doesn't. He just like straight up, yeah, I'll do it. And then we get into the montage of his strength training. soon. Man, that'd be so hard to move as like a kid his size. I don't even know if I could drag a fridge like that. And I'm like a big 6'5" dude. Like maybe if you shimmy it, you might be able to move it a bit, but just dragging it along a beach without even having All Might on top of it, on top of that. You'll break. Which almost happens to you. I love the idea that he has to work hard for this power too. It's not just something that he inherits without working for it, I suppose. God. He's doing that, like, easier than crushing a can. Can you imagine being that strong? Jeez, I just noticed how far that goes down the coast. And I think he cleaned all of it, right? That's pretty insane. Granted, it was like a 12 months of hell, I think he says, right? So it's a year. That's still a lot of work. I would not want to be the one that has to do it. I'd move like 2 things a day, be like, get to the end of the year and be like, oh shit. And the other thing is, he doesn't even use like equipment to help him. Like he doesn't use a wheelbarrow or something. Like I'd want to start loading stuff in a wheelbarrow, but no, he just runs it back and forth. That's insane. The American Dream plan, baby. You got this. 10 months of hell. Okay, not quite a year. My bad. Man, that whole depending on what you do, the different muscles. I was doing some exercises not too long ago, and I did an exercise that I never tried before, and it worked a muscle that I must not have used in the longest time, because I barely even did any of that exercise, and the next day, that muscle was so sore. He's mumbling in class again. Mutter, 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 mutter. And everybody's looking. I think that guy with like the string hand like that could be a hero if he wanted to. I mean, obviously, just because you have a quirk that could be used for hero work doesn't mean you want to. But like, he was making it go up and down. It didn't just like come out and flop down. He can control it once it comes out of his body, so he could like wrap people up. Although I wonder what happens if you just like cut the strings or like burn them off. Oh, I love the music sometimes. Freaking half asleep. Gross. Yeah, I have times that I've been like that I've worked so hard that I felt like throwing up. Hate that feeling so much. This part here, so many reactors had dirty thoughts. Almost everyone I've seen thought that was like really weird. And when I first watched that, I don't remember thinking that was weird. Like I never thought of it like that until I watched all these other reactors to this show. Just see that shit and be like, "Oh, what's he doing down there?" You dirty-minded YouTube people. No, he's overworking. Mm-hmm. From like All Might's like smaller form like this, with his eyes like that. I love the look of it, but it's so hard to like see it because it doesn't really make sense, you know? It is not like it's his quirk that does it. That would make, more sense because there's all kinds of like crazy people in this world, but yeah. But yeah, I think it's just his eyes are like it's just an exaggerated version of your eyes being like sunken in like that and seeing like and just for whatever reason you can see the iris or whatever it's called every now and then. Yep. The entrance exam. Well, not yet. First, he has to roar on top of a pile of rubble. Oi, 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 oi. Maybe I remember a little too much about this. Predicting what he says before he says it. Although I don't remember what he said. I remember he says something kind of funny right here. Okay. I think he says something funnier in the English dub. He says, oh my goodness," right there. But in the English dub, doesn't he say, like, holy super mega crap or something? Like, ridiculous. I love how they have this come back. Not even as something to look back to, but as something like how he utilizes even this, like even just the strength training he's done. I love it. Like you could argue that spending this much of an episode isn't necessary for something like this, but I feel like it really is. Yeah. Yeah. Something you receive because you're lucky, and something you receive because you're recognized. Definitely two different things. I love that so much. Eat this. Oh, not yet. There it is. uh, 8:40 a.m. the same day. Well, I'm actually kind of hungry. What time is it? Oh, almost 1 a.m. In case you guys are wondering. Yeah, that like first use of the power must be so awkward, you know? Like being told that you can do something that you don't even know like if you can do it or not. I feel like there's very minor versions of that you can see in real life. Obviously nothing to this extreme where like, oh yeah, you could punch really hard. You just gotta believe. But I feel like there's a lot of those times when I used to work with my dad plumbing. He would tell me to do something and explain all of what you're supposed to do, and I was like so overwhelmed. But he's like, just do it, you got this. It's kind of like that kind of thing. Ochako. I talked to a girl. Didn't actually talk. That part was so damn funny the first time I saw it. Uh... Oh, this voice actor again. A lot of the people I watch do reactions do dubbed, and I actually, when you hear this voice actor in subbed, if you guys are watching along in subbed, his voice actor is so much better. Even his like "Are you ready?" right there is so much better in like with the Japanese voice actor. In my opinion, I'm not a fan of the dubbed voice actor. He sounds like he's talking with his nose stuff like that. Are you ready? I probably didn't do it good. Silence. So, you know what I kind of wonder? We know that there's a quirk user, Cementos, that we see later on. I used to think about how they could afford to make like a city like this, but as long as they get the cement, Cementos could make the city very easy, but then the windows are another problem. But there might be another hero that can, like, manipulate glass, maybe? Or maybe not even a hero, just like a staff member. Oh, Ida. I thought I was gonna hate Ida at this point right here. But Ida's, like, one of my favorites now at this point. It's great. Just an obstacle. Arigatou gozaimasu. Alright. Napoleon Bonaparte. A true hero is someone who overcomes life's misfortunes. Plus Ultra. Good luck suffering. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was about to be confused about something, but never mind. I like how he always slaps himself to get himself, like, hyped up. I think he does that at some other points, doesn't he? Maybe? I actually think I'm only gonna do this episode tonight. I just did one of my fairy tale reaction videos recorded tonight, and now I recorded one of these. But I feel like if I do a third reaction recording tonight, it might be a little bit too much, so... yeah, I think maybe I'll do another one tomorrow night. Because my goal is, if you guys don't know, is to get like 4 of these out a week. That's why I'm doing the full length version, because I want to try to plow through these. The first week I decided to start doing it like the day before, and I can't render 4 videos overnight, which is why I only did 2 the first week. But if I can pump out 4 a week, then it won't be too long until, alright, I'm gonna stop at this preview. But yeah, so, I don't want to... or I kind of want to, like, pump through these, because I know these aren't the most exciting thing. I'm not expecting them to get a lot of views, and I might end up just not doing rewatch series and just rewatching it on my own time. But I decided to give this a shot to see, like, what people think, if there's even a couple people that enjoy this kind of thing, because I plan on doing the same thing with Attack on Titan. What I might do is... I think my plan is, I think I mentioned this at the start of this video, or maybe I mentioned it in my fairy tale video that I mentioned, I talked a little bit about it, but, I think I originally, yeah, I originally thought that I'd do My Hero and then judge it based off that, but I think what I'm gonna do, because they're gonna be 2 separate ones, like, because My Hero I remember a lot about what's happening, so it's not really like one of my real rewatches. Like, this show's a bit different because I love the show so much. I've seen so many reactions to it that I remember a lot of what happens. But when I get to, like, the next one, which I think is probably going to be Attack on Titan, that's way different because I haven't seen season 1 in, like... I think I watched season 1 while it was airing. So whenever that show was airing was the last time I saw it. So, yeah. Long time ago. I'm gonna barely remember what happens. Like, I'll vaguely remember things, and as it happens, I'll be like, oh, yeah. But that'll make things a lot more interesting. But what I'm planning on doing is, once I catch up on My Hero, the Wednesday slot, once 1 episode a week, will turn into finishing up My Hero, what I haven't seen, I mean. And then I'll probably do the movies. Movies? Is there more than one? I don't know. And any OVAs, if there's any of those. I want, like, everything that, there is My Hero. I'll try to do. Um, and then once that's done, that's when Wednesday slot will go back to rewatch again. That kind of thing. And then I'll do rewatch series for Attack on Titan, and then once again, Wednesdays will be once I catch up on Attack on Titan, with the rewatch series, that'll turn into a reaction series, and I will continue on from there on Wednesdays, uploading one episode a day following my same format. And I'll make Wednesdays be the slot where I do, Wednesday will be the slot where I have any show that I need to watch the original seasons first again, to be able to understand it, will be that. And then, yeah, that's the plan for that. But yeah, so episode 3, I really like this one. Like I mentioned during the episode, I really like the strength training. I could see some people not liking that because it's not as interesting. It's just a montage of him like carrying things. But just because it has such usefulness later on, like he really uses, like, he relies on his strength a lot more than his quirk, at least in the early bit of the show. That it really means a lot, this episode, I feel like. And plus he feels like he earned his, even though he feels like he's lucky a lot, I feel like, there has to be a part of him that feels like he earned this power, you know, because he worked so hard to be able to be like a fitting container for it. But yeah, that's all I'm really going to say about this episode. Once again, like I said, the discussions aren't nearly as long as my normal reactions, because I don't need to do predictions and try to figure out everything, because a lot of it I already understand and all that. Like, a lot of the theory crafting I normally do kind of stuff. But yeah, so hopefully I can get through the rewatch and get it up there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I guess the normal speech is hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying it. If you're enjoying my other shows on the channel, you get updated with all the new stuff that I come out with. And also, if you want to support me on Patreon, I really appreciate it. You can check that out. There's a link to it in the description. And my anime list is also in the description as well. You can see the airing shows. I think my plan to watch, if there is stuff on there, is not accurate. Basically, the completing and watching is the only thing I update. I need to go through the plan to watch and actually utilize it for my channel. So I'll probably be doing that soon. But you can check that out if you want. The links are all in the description below. You can check all that out, and I will see you guys in the next episode, or maybe some of my other reactions. Alrighty, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.